Good morning and welcome back to Visit Fylde Coast. I'm back in my corner next to my fine fair thing, look. So, getting on my nerves. Well, I'm really going to try hard not to swear, but honestly, think of every swear word that you know and double it. So I'm going to tell you what's getting on my nerves. Before we get to that though, don't forget, make sure that you've subscribed to Visit Fylde Coast, and then when you've done that, if you've already done that, you need to hit the little bell. When you click the little bell, it'll open up and it'll ask whether you want all notifications or some personalised ones. So you need to tick all, which will make sure that every time we upload a video you'll get an update and you'll find out exactly what we're going to tell you. If you're struggling with that, if you're finding that I've not been as visible as I used to be, God forbid, you can sign up for your Visit Fylde Coast email newsletter, and then at least that will remind you that you've missed something and that there's something that you could be catching up on. So get that at visitfyldecoast.info/newsletter. So my nerves, I can't tell you how painful it is. This leg, this has been going on for some time now, and this has been going on for some time, this leg conversation. Anyway, I finally gave in and went to the physiotherapist last week. So people that have been watching for any length of time will know that I've been having a recurring problem with a bad leg. So I went to the physio and he said, I think what's happened is you've got a trapped nerve in your back, and your pelvis is kind of in two parts. You've got a left and a right section to it and various other little bits and bones, and one side of your pelvis looks like it's sort of slightly moved out of place when you've fallen in the garden. I'll turn the camera around in a minute and show you where I fell. So I manipulated it and gave it a good squash and a push and whatnot, and there was this sort of popping noise came from my pelvis, and he said, well, there you go, that's it, it's starting to straighten up and you should be all right now, so go and see how you go on. Let me show you where I fell. Muffin's scratching, he's wanting to come out, I'll let him out. So this is my little wild meadow, and when I say little I mean very little. So when it's winter, this garden gets barely any sun at all because of the house. So this ends up really wet. So this is where I'd fell. So I'd come out to feed the birds and gone on that. And this gets all slimy because it's all in the shade. You can see, look how the shade's starting to come across the garden. So that's where I fell. Anyway, so the few days after I'd been for the first session of physiotherapy seemed to go quite well, and it did seem easier, and it did, touch wood, feel like it had started to settle it a little bit. And then as we kind of got into the weekend, it started to escalate and increase. And standing, I said to him, standing and putting my weight on my leg, even that's painful. So he said, well, I think what's happened is because your back because the injury is eased, it's enabled you to do things that you've not been doing for some time, which has made your muscles in your hip go into spasm, and it's the pain from the spasm in the muscles that's making you feel so uncomfortable now. So I need to use the heat pad on my hip and the ice pack on the injury. Taking care not to get one overlapping the other, because otherwise the ice will melt rapidly. Oh, if ever a woman suffered, it were me, honestly. So he's pushed and pummeled and twisted things and turned me upside down. I need to keep moving, so that's the good news. I need to keep moving. This is the best thing to do, is to keep moving, keep walking, and do lots of things that put you into lots of different positions rather than just standing or just sitting. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to get me steps up on me step watch. So I'll keep you posted. I'm going back next week. I need me heat and me cold therapy, and then I need my husband to swing a bit of muscle on the affected areas and massage the spasm out of the muscle. So yeah, so I did the sort of twisting and the pushing and the pulling, and then turned me on my back and twisted and pushed and pulled, and there were no pops. He says, well, that's good. He says, I think your pelvis has gone back where it should be, and now your problem is that you've got residual sort of nerve pain. Your nerve's still a bit trapped, and as it's coming through your muscles that are stiff and your hip and everything, it's just really giving me some jip, I'll tell you. So driving is a nightmare. Driving and sitting down is a nightmare. So I'll do my best. I've got some appointments tomorrow afternoon, so that'll be fun. If you see me walking around looking a bit like that and a bit spaced out, it's because I'm on painkillers. And I'm sure that all will become clear and we'll be back to normal in no time. So from a lovely sunny garden, choose however long it stops sunny, that's what's getting on my nerves. And that is not clickbait. That is not clickbait. I'm filming this standing up, as you probably gathered, because I'm only waving one arm about, the other one's holding onto the camera. Right, I'll go and put my food ready and get me dinner ready for my T-boys, because obviously, you know, washing and ironing and feeding T-boys carries on whether you've got a bad leg or you've not. I've got Homer stood at the side of me here waiting for food. Here he is, look, even Homer's got a bad leg. And you pop it. Even you've got a bad leg, he's waiting for some food, aren't you? Shall we go and get you some food? I've had to put a spade over the bird's water dish because stupid Muffin keeps drinking it. And then his stomach starts rumbling. Shall we go and get you some food? I've got Muffin stood here waiting for, well, frankly, anything he can have. So there you have it. Don't forget to make sure that you've subscribed. Don't forget to make sure that you've checked whether or not you've got all notifications enabled. And give this video a like. I think when I'm suffering, I deserve a like at the very least. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye for now.